Hey guys, FinallyHeSleeps here. If you're familiar with my YouTube channel or Twitch stream, you know I play a lot of FIFA Mobile, but you may not know I do play a ton of other games as well, mostly on console. Over the weekend, I started playing Raid Shadow Legends as part of a sponsored campaign, and within 2 hours on Twitch, was fully addicted. Stick around and I'll tell you why this may be my new obsession with FIFA Mobile splitting my time gaming instead of dominating it. Before we get into Raid Shadow Legends, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications here at YouTube. By subscribing to the channel, it's a simple step that really helps support me as a YouTuber and streamer. Don't forget my Twitch channel and website, FinallyHeSleeps.com as well. The links are down there at the bottom of the screen. Let me explain how this whole Raid Shadow Legends thing came about. A few weeks ago, FIFA Mobile was in a rut with a couple of terrible events. Then, with rivalries, they inadvertently killed the market altogether, and then made an announcement that they were extending the season into the first of the year instead of putting FIFA Mobile 21 out of its misery in like October, what we expected. Obviously, most of us were pretty pissed. We didn't walk away from FIFA Mobile. There's a lot of exciting things coming in the next few months, but it was apparent that I needed to find something else to occupy some of my time, or I was going to get burnt out on FIFA before the release of Season 6, which is being billed by EA as the biggest and the best update we've ever seen. I will believe that when I see it, but, that's another thing. So then a sponsorship from Plarium came along with a 7-day campaign to try out Raid and hopefully bring a few of my followers into the desktop version of this insanely popular mobile game. 7 days to try it out. I figured, hell, that sounds good. It's a decent distraction from FIFA Mobile. If you've ever seen any of my videos on YouTube or watched my Twitch streams, hell, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I'm a troll. I'm an insatiable asshole who loves to ridicule whenever and whatever I can. I see a wound, I'm going to poke my finger in it. I see a hornet's nest, I'm going to kick it. It's just my thing. That's what I do. I make fun of shit. In FIFA Mobile, we have to watch a ton of ads. We accept it and move on. Now, I've been ragging on Raid Shadow Legends for over a year. Every time one of their clickbait ads pop up while playing FIFA, everything is so over-sexualized with tits all hanging out, making it look more like softcore porn than any RPG game. Even with the monsters. Hence me referring to this for months and months as the green boobs game. Not gonna lie, the visuals did have me intrigued, but I never checked it out because holy shit was this clickbaity. Then this sponsorship came along, so I was like, what the hell? Let's just see what this is all about. Here comes the advertising part. So now, in the description, there's a referral link for you to download the game to your computer and try it out. If you click on that and run through the tutorials on your desktop, not only will it give you a chance to check the green boob game out and see for yourself why I'm so addicted now, but it's also the quickest and easiest way to support my channel and make the dream of doing this full-time a little closer to reality and not just a reason my sheets need washed twice a week. See, that's kind of a nice way of saying that streaming full-time is like a wet dream. Get it? Anyway, 2 hours into my first stream and I was addicted to Raid Shadow Legends. Fully addicted. Like, jonesing for a fix addicted. So now, to understand why, we're going to have to take a short trip down memory lane. In 1988, when I was 12 years old, Phantasy Star was released for the Sega Master System. It was my first experience with an RPG that didn't include a group of friends rolling dice in a basement that smelled like mildew and zit cream. Phantasy Star was the shit. Then, a decade later, I was in college, addicted to Final Fantasy VII, which is arguably one of the greatest RPGs, if not overall, games of all time. If you're over 30, you probably remember how pissed off you were when you were sitting there playing and all of a sudden Eris died. It's kind of like the video game equivalent of Macaulay Culkin playing with a beehive in My Girl. Go a little further and the multitude of guns in Ratchet and Clank was just awesome. I played the entire franchise, and I'm not ashamed to say that the newest game in this series could actually be the one thing that makes me actually buy a PS5 this year. Then look at Borderlands with its millions of different guns. Literally millions of guns. That keeps the game interesting throughout. Now, these are a few of my favorite games, not just FIFA. These have been my favorite games throughout the years. So back to Raid Shadow Legends. It's basically all of that rolled into one, with a bunch of what FIFA Mobile has to offer as well, which is even stranger since it's an RPG. There's such a huge variety of things you can do in the game. It's similar to the rush you get when the season resets in FIFA Mobile. You can grind it, there's lots of farming for coins, resources, and more. You can train your characters and upgrade their stats. You can even autoplay. You can literally click a button and autoplay everything. You can even speed things up if you want to. There's a 2x button there as well, which is awesome. This is one of the things about the game that makes grinding for success and resources so easy and addictive. There's also so many different types of resources in the game that you'll never be short of something to do, something to loot, something to quest for, or missions, or whatever. You've got potions, scrolls, artifacts, weapons, glyphs, and probably some other shit I haven't even figured out or unlocked yet. My point is, there's always something going on in Raid. A lot to grind, there's something to farm, there's always something to do. That's something we haven't had in FIFA Mobile for a long fucking time. Now, if you like opening packs in FIFA or FIFA Mobile, that's a huge part of Raid. You can use shards to open characters. Now, the shards drop all throughout the game. You can farm for them. You can even buy them in the market. You can equip your character with weapons, helmets, armor, gauntlets, boots, all kinds of shit. These can all be upgraded as well. You can buy them, you can loot them, you can find them as drops or even craft them. There are common, uncommon, rare, legendary, epic, etc., etc., etc. It's the way with everything, including the characters themselves. Then you can train your characters, ascend your characters, and rank up your characters. So there's all this just variety. Upgrade their spells. I know most of this is just kind of standard for video game stuff, especially for RPGs, but the correlation from this to FIFA Mobile is kind of weird for me since I've never played any RPGs or games like this on mobile before. Now, I know I mentioned earlier that the reason I started this was with a promotion through Plarium for the free desktop version of the game, which is correct. But once you download it on your desktop, you can link it to your mobile and just play there or wherever you are. You can link the two and they work together. Downloading on your desktop computer helps support my channel, but in all honesty, I'm playing it just as much on my mobile as I am on my desktop since I've linked my accounts. There's just so much to do in the game. You can play in the campaign for item drops and quests. You can raid dungeons for potions and artifacts. You can enter faction wars where you take characters that you've obtained and built from the same faction and battle for more resources and rewards there as well. In other words, you can get a bunch of elf strippers in cosplay costumes together to go battle a bunch of other elves in a battle royale of cleavage that would make any 19-year-old Instagram model trade her duck lips in for new butt implants. Now, in the arena, you can participate in player versus player battles similar to division rivals and league versus league in FIFA Mobile. You build a defensive team, then other players come along and attack you while you're offline, and then you can go out and battle against their defensive team when they're offline. There's a ranking system and rewards for how well you do each week in this too. There's even clans and clan boss battles as well as whatever the hell that Doom Tower is. Honestly, though, there's just so many different ways to play and things to do. It's giving me all of the grinding I've been missing lately in FIFA Mobile. Now, if you're down for trying something new, make sure you use the link in the description to download Raid Shadow Legends onto your desktop. Go through the tutorial and see for yourself. The game is free, and being free to play is straight up easy in this. I haven't spent a dime playing, and I've been having a ball doing it. Expect me to be streaming this game for a while. Don't get me wrong, I'm still playing FIFA Mobile, and I'll still be streaming random games once a week, but it'll be a while before I start playing anything else on console now that Raid is on my computer. Let me just add, I don't take back all of my trolling over their clickbait commercials though, but I do understand now why they're so entertaining. Maybe if they pasted a set of double Ds and a bikini on Mbappe, FIFA Mobile could compete right now. Seriously though, download Raid Shadow Legends using the link in the description. It's the easiest way to support the channel. That and subscribing. Make sure you do that too. Turn on notifications, that way you never miss when any video goes live. As always, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making videos.